Hi you guys, I'm back with video share number 3 for today, and this is the third out of the 3 Flowish journals I've received through swaps I've completed on the Facebook group Trashy Junk Journals. And this time the swap was with Patricia Millan, and we were this time assigned through a one of the group sponsored organized swaps, whereas before I had organized individual swaps with people. And so she gave me this journal. Again, we kind of talked a little bit beforehand about things that we might enjoy having, our color schemes, or just different things that we enjoyed. And I received this beautiful journal, and I'm just in awe of it. And again, with every flowish journal, you really get a sense not only of your partner, but you get to kind of study construction of the journal. You get lots of ideas. And just based on the juxtaposition of the things that they include in the flowish journal, you begin, or at least I do, to get inspired. It makes me want to just stop the moment I get it, to tear out certain pieces and to begin to work on my own projects. And that's the intent of the Flowish Junk Journal. It's not meant to be bound. If anything, it's loosely bound, and the idea behind it is that all of the papers and contents are usable. It's not meant to stay in the same shape. You're meant to pull out and use things for your own purposes. And so I just want to share the outside of this. The outside is covered with tissue paper and then sort of distressed. It's got kind of an aged look around the edge. She has this beautiful closure. She's used a chenille yarn, and she has placed beads kind of here and there throughout that little braid. And then she's got this button closure, and then just has a loop of that chenille braiding that comes loose. She's also added this used paintbrush, which I think is a really cool touch. I really enjoy that about it. And if you open it up, the insides are breathtaking. On the inside cover, she's done all sorts of work with red. I did tell her that red is my favorite color, and so I think it's brilliant that she did this for the inside cover. And she's got all sorts of spray inks, painting, Mod Podging, tissues and bits of gold, paper towels. It's just gorgeous, and I don't even know whether this video is really doing it justice. It's shiny, it's a little bit metallic, but it's also tactile. Like down here, you kind of get the texture of the paper towel. Just very, very pretty. She has shared with me some wallpaper samples, again in the red with some gold. Very pretty. We have another wallpaper sample that she has folded into a little nook for little pieces she's included. She's got this little St. Judas little charm. She must have received that in the mail. She has this, which I think I've seen on paper bags at a particular store. And then she's got this swordfish image. So those are all cool. Oops. Need to get better at putting stuff back in. She's included a doily for me. Looks like maybe a encyclopedia page about reading. We have music paper. This is also music paper. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like maybe a color copy. Not sure. Got a vellum piece. Some wallpaper. This cool bookmark. This little piece of silver paper. She's got an envelope that she's using to store things. And in the envelope she has sent some spray painted papers which are very pretty. And she's got a selection of paint cards in all different colors. And I can always use paint cards. I use them quite a bit, honestly. And in fact, I heard today that somebody found some that have adhesive backings. So I might have to make a trip and see if I can find some of those. They're little images, interesting little images. Not sure what they're from. Here's another one, kind of stuck there with some washi tape. And a piece of star paper, maybe scrapbook paper. We have these leaves. Some more wallpaper border. It's kind of funny, the moment that I got this journal, I had sent off an Under the Sea project. So the moment I got it, I went, oh no, I could have put that in the project. So just kind of serendipity, you know, that when you're working on something, maybe somebody's thinking about that. I don't know if that's too much of a hippie-ish thought. I love what she does with her envelopes. She sticks down these little collaged images, and I think they're just gorgeous. And she has, you can tell she's kind of going for composition, or at least putting like items nearby, things that suggest that they could go together. Or if she's not, then the brain is a pretty amazing thing, and probably subconsciously had her put it together in that way, because we have that gold. The gold is then followed by some gold paper. She's got some little stamped images. I always tell people I like clocks, and she's got clocks and butterflies and all sorts of things in there. We have a piece of packaging that's in the shape of a heart. Really cool thing to alter. We have in this pocket a black and white tag. We have this little pocket, very cute. This little purple bit. It's got some foiled edges on it. I don't know if you can, there it is. We have some little images, little vintage images of writing and postcards. And this pretty daisy piece, very pretty. We have some maybe wallpaper border again. I can't tell. It's got a different texture than regular paper. The back end of the wallpaper border that has shells. She's included a mask, which I think is the coolest thing I've ever seen. We have a tag from Hoyt Outfitters, Archery. So that tells me a little bit about her, or maybe about her husband. And I can't remember where I sent my package off to. I can't remember, was it Texas? Maybe? She has sent these little bits of fabric, which I think are really pretty. I like things that are tactile. She has sent, here's some more in kind of blue color schemes. They look like samples that you would get from an interior design type place. So those are real pretty. I have to figure out what I can do with those. We've got some paint chips in the yellow, orange, and kind of beige colors. We have the back end of things, of course. We have the silver paper, the end of the polka dotted wallpaper border, the vellum, the music paper, more music paper, and the encyclopedia and the doily. We also have these items that are tucked into a pocket, and I think that they're close-up images of a wine cork. What do you guys think? That's what it looks like to me. So those are interesting, and some gold paper. And here's another cork image. So that ends that particular signature. And then we get to the wallpaper that we had in the front, and inside that is tucked a very pretty napkin. We have this cool ampersand paper clip. And here's another one of those envelopes that she has altered. Again, I think they end up being really pretty. I really like the way that they look when you just put a few scraps on them. And inside that repurposed envelope, she's got a couple of tags for me to use. And let's see here. She's got a Casablanca postcard and another piece of wallpaper. And it's interesting, you know, when you get gold paper, you would think that the gold is gold, but check this out. So this was the gold paper in the previous section, and this one's got kind of a mottled, I don't know what you'd call it, but I just think it's cool that there's, you know, different types of gold that she's included. And this is where things start to suggest themselves to me, because they're very kind of neutral colors, and then the metals. And then when I started to go through this envelope, I start to get this kind of vintage feel. We have the doily. We have this really pretty paper with the fibers embedded, leaves embedded. Wallpaper. More wallpaper with kind of a metallic shift. And then this image of police officers, where you could use the back. But yeah, that's kind of what I mean with this whole flowish journal thing, is that suddenly even the pocket begins to go with things. And that's what I really like about it, is that projects begin to sort of suggest themselves. Over here, she's got an envelope she's recycled. It's got that really pretty angel on it. And inside the pocket, she has shared, let's see here. She's shared stickers with me. We've got some cork stickers. These stickers that say things like then and now, we are family, our clan, love, family ties, memories. She's got his hand. These stickers, which I think I have learned from other people that these are from IKEA, maybe, because I've gotten the bat and the horse before, and I think they're awesome. I love them. A few more stickers that she's shared. She's got the W and the H and T, actually, which is interesting because I'm sure she probably doesn't know, but my husband's name is Toby, so it's just weird how things like that work out. She's got this paper bag that has a bunch of folks on it. I've got it upside down here. But again, all these textures begin to sort of suggest things for me. And maybe I'm just that kind of a weirdo where I suddenly start to think about projects when I see these, but that's the benefit that it has for me. She's included some of these note papers in the blue. And again, notice how the blue in the note paper is up against this blue with the starfish. Again, you start to kind of see that there are, you know, suddenly I'm over here and I'm seeing these paint samples and I think, okay, so we've got kind of a color scheme. I could start working with that and have the start to a junk journal or some other project. So that's kind of what I mean by it, and maybe I'm the only one who does that, I don't know. We have some wallpaper. She has drawn some, she's signed this, and she has doodled some of these flowers. And I would definitely cut these out, and I think that that's what she intended. The flow journals that you would buy at a Barnes & Noble, they often have stickers and die cuts and little bits that you can use for other projects. And so I think she was kind of emulating that. I wouldn't probably be able to use the paper all together simply because the book page that she chose, up at the top it says prevention of miscarriage, which is kind of, so of course we would want to cut those out. I mentioned that I like anatomical hearts, and so she has included that for me, and she's done this really interesting thing where she has cut out images and then pasted them in different places. And so I think that's really cool. She's got this plasticky paper that is lace, which I think is very pretty. It kind of reminds me of the paper that you get on flowers, around a flower bouquet. I always think that that's really pretty. We have a pocket, and she has, again, recycled one of those window envelopes and added her little pieces, scraps of paper. And inside, we've got this paper clip with the chenille. Inside, she has these little vintage bits. I think I've had paper like this before that's divided into a whole bunch of sort of embossed vintage images. But those are very pretty, and she's got this stamp, which is these little birds. All little bits and bobs that I would definitely use, by all means. Up at the top, she's got a really pretty, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with altered paper clips, but I am. And she's got one up here that she has added this gold fabric to. And the gold fabric is so soft. It's kind of buttery. And she's got a little gold bit there at the end. But again, you know, just like I showed you before with all these little gold pieces, I think a lot of these things kind of belong together, and I don't know whether she intended that or whether that's just happening for me. She included a map. Here's some more gold. We have an envelope that is filled with, looks like a tag that she has cut little edges on, and then a paint chip. And even the envelope is kind of beige or tan. And so again, I think these things could definitely work together. She's got this cute little cat and dog. She has, look at this paper. Are you kidding me? That is so pretty. It's just metallic. She's used some sort of embossing paste. The embossing paste, I don't know whether she purchased it so that it was colored or she colored it herself, but it's got kind of a fade to it where the embossing paste is really dark pink in one place and then it fades out in other areas. She'll have to tell me, but that's gorgeous. She's included a mermaid image, and I think she's drawn it herself. It's signed. And again, when I was sending out that package, I was looking for things like this. So just really strange how that stuff happens. We have this jewelry image, very pretty jewelry, keys, and a watch. I always tell people that I love watch images. So weird about wanting to put everything back where it was. And the goal, of course, will be to use this. You know, it really shouldn't be preserved. That's not its purpose. Of course, you know, there's one part of me that really just wants to keep everything as it is because it's so pretty to look at this way. She's got this pretty bag. She's got some puzzle pieces. And then we have a pocket that has some stamped images. And I like what she's done with the stamped images, how they kind of fade to different colors. She's got a typewriter, some Spanish writing, and again, some stamped images. And let's see here. There's the back with that lacy clear paper. She has doodled on this page, and again, The top of it says heart. So she's done some kind of found doodling, I guess you'd call it. And she's got a coffee filter that she has sprayed with some really pretty inks. I think that's gorgeous. You see that as a skirt? I can. And she's got some more sprayed papers. Just really pretty stuff. And let's see here. She's got a bag, kind of a vintage bag. And then on this back page, she has got some more of the flowers that she drew. And again, you would probably cut those out and maybe color them. And then she's included this, which was basically packaging from a muffin tin, and you could use that to spray through. You could use that for all kinds of things. So I'm always stoked to find things like that and excited that she included it. So thank you, Patricia, for that. Basically the 3 Flowish journals that I've received are all special, all very different in their own way, but definitely inspirational, and I'm so glad to have them in my possession and glad I could share them with you. All right, thanks you guys for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.